Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Are you ready?
Let's get ready to rumble!
Hello everyone and welcome to the next edition, installment, whatever you want to call it, of the Rant Show. I am, as always, your host, N7 Karu, and without really getting into like the hellos, the highs, or whatever, let's just get right into things, shall we? This time on the Rant Show, I will be not really, I gotta explain this, not really focusing on one specific subject. I'll be hitting on 3 different things. 2 are kind of the same, one's completely out there in left field. So, yeah. Hopefully I won't get too into one of the subjects for too long, or else this is going to be like a really long video. But I digress. Anyways, so I want to talk about 3 things. So let's get on the first one. The first one is, of course, about, well, as I'm sure all of you have heard, I know by now, they are coming out with a Superman vs. Batman movie. I believe it's supposed to be coming out towards the end of next year. Don't quote me on that. If someone could correct me on the date it's supposedly coming out, leave a comment below so me and everyone else knows. But I believe that's when it's coming out. It's supposed to be coming out towards like the middle or end of next year. I'm pretty sure. But I digress. With this movie coming out, I've seen a lot of Facebook posts, I've seen a lot of forum posts about, like, okay, if after this Superman vs. Batman movie comes out, are they going to do another Superman movie? Are they going to do another Batman movie? Are they going to do what? And I honestly started to think about it, and here's my input or my idea of what I think they should at least do. As, of course, most of you know, for whatever reason, Christian Bale didn't want to continue being Batman. I guess he didn't want to be stereotyped, even though, except for the newest Batman that was out, where Batman was pretty much throughout the half of the entire movie acted like a freaking cat. He played a good Batman, except for, like I said, the last one. Because but anyways. So, Christian Bale was a good Batman, but for some reason, because he probably didn't want to be stereotyped, he said he wasn't going to be Batman anymore. So they got Ben Affleck. Well, that's all fine and dandy, but my whole idea, or I have in mind of what they actually should do after the Batman vs. Superman movie comes out, is they should come out with, of course, another Batman and Superman movie, not with them together, but with their own movies. And I know some might be thinking, well, if they came out with another Batman movie, who would be the villain? Because, you know, rest in peace, man, you were the best Joker ever. Heath Ledger's dead, so they can't bring him back. And trying to get another guy to play the Joker, I think, would not work out. Because let's face it, Heath Ledger, he pulled out, props to all the people who played Jokers before in the movies and in the TV series, but Heath Ledger pulled out that sadistic side of the Joker, and you're not going to be able to get that again. So don't even try bringing the Joker back for another Batman movie if you come out with another one after Batman vs. Superman comes out. But trying to stay on the subject, I think they should come out with, after, like I said, Batman vs. Superman, I think they should at least come out with another Batman movie, and if at all possible, another Superman movie. But, like I said, people might be wondering, or be thinking at the very least, well, if they come out with another Batman movie, who are the villains going to be? Well, here's the thing. All the villains, not main villains, let's say that, all the main villains in any Batman movies were all male. And I'm thinking, because at one point they were a villain-like tag team, if you will, in the comics, I'm thinking in the new Batman movie, if they make one after this next movie comes out, they should have a villainess, I guess you could call them, tag team duo in the movie. Now I know what you're thinking, two villains in one movie, that might be trying to squeeze too much into one movie, like Spider-Man 3 did with, I think it was 3 different villains, but if they make it long enough and do the script right, it'll work. But I think they should have the duo in the new Batman movie if they ever come out with it. And like I said, villainesses. Yes, I'm talking about female villains. And the ones I'm specifically talking about that I said were a tag team, if you will, in the comics themselves would be Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn. I think personally putting them two together in a movie as a tag team to face up against Batman would be frigging perfect. Especially if they got the right actresses to do the parts. Now, I did some serious thinking because I don't think there's too many people that could actually play Harley Quinn at the very least. You might be able to find a few, maybe 1, 2, or 3 good actresses that could probably pull off Poison Ivy. But Harley Quinn, I think, would be a little more difficult. And, so I did some thinking. And honestly, for both, I think if they ever took my advice, if somehow DC ever watches this video, which I highly doubt, but if they ever did, if they ever took my advice, here's my opinion on who I think they should get to play Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn. Now, of course, I am really bad with names, so I can't even remember the actresses' names, but I'm going to say a movie that they've both been in, and you two probably know who I'm talking about. I really think they should get the vampire, the main vampire character from Underworld to play Poison Ivy. I'm sorry I completely forget her name, but I think she'd pull it off. She has like that kind of bad mamma jam attitude about her that Poison Ivy has in the comics, and I honestly think, I mean, if they honestly do the script right, that she could seriously pull it off. As for Harley Quinn, I think they should, of course, do the lead character. They should have the person that plays her be the lead character, because I forget her name too, from Sucker Punch, the blonde chick. That her dad, I think it was, throws into the insane asylum. But I think I think she could pull it off. I honestly think, not just because she already has the hair, but I think in the movie she had the hair, but I think she could pull it off. I think she could possibly make a good Harley Quinn. Once again, I forget her name too, so if anyone knows the actresses' names that I'm mentioning, their actual names, and you could comment below so me and other people know, appreciate it too. But that's my opinion on that. I think after Batman vs. Superman comes out, that they should at least make another Batman movie, and they should have it like an all villainess, enemy thing for this movie, and it should be Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. Now moving on to my next subject, because I don't want to stay on that forever. I think, let's see, how can I put this? Let's face it, they've come out with some video game movies, and well, they haven't been all that great. And let's see. Okay, not all of them. I thought the Hitman movie was pretty good, and Max Payne was all right. But I mean, they could have done a lot better with some of those movies. And I'm thinking that if they tried, whoever, whether it be Lionsgate, whether it be DreamWorks, whether it be Warner Brothers, whoever it might be, if they ever try their hand at a video game movie, I think they should try freaking an old PS1 game, not PS2, PS3, PS4, PS1 game, which I know once I say this name, probably a lot of people won't know the game I'm talking about, so if you don't, look it up on Wikipedia or whatever, so you can find out the game I'm talking about. But this is a really, really fun game that me, my brothers, everyone that I knew was addicted to at the time. It was called Brave Fencer Musashi. Hopefully, at least some of you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, it was an awesome multi-disc game that took forever to beat, but it was the storyline was good, everything about the freaking game was good, and for the very good point, especially that the storyline itself was good. If they did a movie about it, and they did it right, and at least 90% followed what happened in the game itself, this could be a really friggin' kickin' movie. Now, I don't know who they get to play Musashi or any other characters in the game, but if they found the right actors, did the script right, and stick as close to the storyline as the game has, I mean, they could pull it off. I mean, I'd love to see this happen. The only thing is like I said, if it ever does happen, they need to do it right. They need to they need to follow the game as much as possible, and don't go sideways and people saying, well, that never happened in the game, and that never happened in the game, and a whole bunch of people getting pissed. But I would love, and I hope that eventually they come out with a movie about that game, because like I said, I was a big fan of the game, I'm sure, and I hope at least some of you at least know the game I'm talking about and are a fan of it too. But I'm hoping that someone out there in the movie world sees this video and takes my advice and at least considers making this into a movie, because like I said, the game was fantastic, the game was amazing, and I'm sure if anyone out there has a PS1 and has not played this game yet, I'm sure you can find the game on eBay or Amazon or something, buy it and play it. It doesn't have the best graphics in the world, but it is an awesome game, and then you'll see what I'm talking about, that they should make this into a movie. Alright, last and final thing I want to talk about, and then I will be making one quick announcement. Alright, how can I put this? Let's just say it. I am going to be talking about comics like, well, not comics, I'm going to be talking about a comic movie like I did with Batman. And it deals with the Batman family, but I will not be talking about Batman himself. This time, I will be talking about Nightwing, aka Dick Grayson. Now, some of you might remember my first ever rant show. I did a very, very long rant about the way I think DC is screwing up Dick Grayson's storyline and several others in DC. And I'm not going to try to get that rant again, or else this video would be like an hour long. But I think, along with all the other movies that are coming out, the buttload of movies that Marvel is dishing out, and all the ones that are starting to come out for DC, I think DC needs to make a Nightwing movie. And no, for those of you that are already getting the idea into your head, not the Dick Grayson that was on the recent Batman movie. Because let's face it, Dick Grayson never started out as a cop before he became Nightwing, the best of my knowledge. And to the best of my knowledge, never in the Batman movie, for the brief time you met Dick Grayson in the movie, he never makes a reference to himself being in the circus. He never makes a reference to anything about his past. And I'm sorry, for those of you that know, Dick Grayson, especially when he was Nightwing, was my favorite comic character in DC, and still is to this day, even though they're screwing up his storyline left and right, and it's getting me mad, but that's a whole nother subject. I need, and I want them to make a Nightwing movie with all the other comic movies that are dishing out, that both industries are dishing out, some good, some bad. They need to make this movie. And like I said, for the love of God, do not see, that's what I'm looking for. Do not, like, make it about, the Dick Grayson everyone saw in the recent Batman movie. Just don't. Do not. Because if you're going to do a Nightwing movie, do it frigging right. And follow the frigging comic. A thing that a lot of you should already be doing with the comic movies that are coming out. Because certain people out there, myself included, are getting a little with some of the movies they're making out dealing with our favorite comics. Some of them, granted, are turning out good. Some of them are not. And half the reason why is because you don't follow the freaking story of the comic. And I personally believe, and I'm mostly saying this, I guess you could say, because Nightwing is my favorite character, but if you're going to come out with a Nightwing movie, the only way that it is going to be a good movie is if you follow as close to the frigging comic storyline as possible. And I'm talking about, you don't need to start all the way back when he was a kid. Maybe make some reference to it, or make him having, when he's sleeping, make him have a nightmare and he's having flashbacks of when it happened. But maybe at least make a reference to back when he was in the circus and his parents died because the circus owner owed the mobsters money, and the mobsters, to teach the circus owner a lesson, killed his family. Make at least a reference to that. And while you're freaking at it, another brilliant idea, you can make this into an A+ Nightwing movie, is maybe have, like a cameo appearance or whatever of some of the Titans. I'm talking Cyborg, or Beast Boy, or Raven, or Starfire. So at least one of them or two of them. Like maybe even at one point in the movie have one of them help him out. Another good way you can make it into a good movie. And of course, I'm going to say this because once again, I believe it was the greatest relationship storyline of all time, and DC screwed it up. At one point in the movie, whether it be at the end, the middle, or throughout certain points of the movie, I think you should do the one thing, whoever makes this movie, if they ever do, should do the one thing that DC should have done. At one point, have Dick Grayson, Nightwing, run into Starfire, and for them to actually, Dick Grayson not be a dick, no pun intended, and, say, whatever, Starfire, or Starfire Koreaners, whatever you want to call her, say something half-arsed and then turn her back and walk the other way. No. At some point in the movie, do what DC didn't and have them, hook back up. Because, like I said, because I talked about this in my first Rant Show ever dealing with these two, DC screwed the pooch on an excellent relationship storyline in the comics when they time and time again screwed up the relationship between those two. So if, I don't know, someone out there does make a Nightwing movie, do the world a favor and have at one point in the movie them to hook back up, and whether it's at the very end, like have it like a climax thing or whatever. Just do that along with the other stuff I suggested, and it will turn out to be a really good movie and not get Nightwing fans like myself super pissed. Okay? Once again, I don't know who you get to play everyone, like Nightwing and all that, but just please take my advice, and it wind up to be a good movie. I know I ain't no like media director that graduated from 5 different colleges, but I know some of my comics, alright, and I know I've read forums and I've done my homework on what some Nightwing fans like myself think. Take my advice out there, movie world, if someone ever sees this and decides to make a legit Nightwing movie. But that's, of course, all I wanted to talk about. I wanted to hit those 3 subjects without trying to go too much into them and making this one long rant and me repeating myself a whole bunch of times. But that is it. That's all I wanted to talk about. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Now, for that small special announcement. For the special announcement, I believe it is not this coming week. I don't think. Is it? Oh yeah, holy crap, it is at the end of this week. Okay, one special announcement that I guess you could say is a little late, even though the con hasn't happened yet. Friday, December 5th, I will be, sorry, for only one day going to DerpyCon. DerpyCon is a convention that is held in New Jersey. I forget the city it's held in, but it's held in New Jersey. I'm sorry I don't have all the info in front of my hands, but I will be attending. It's held in New Jersey, like I said, and unfortunately I won't be going all 3 days like I do most of my cons. I will only be going Friday due to certain reasons and things, and yeah. But I will be attending DerpyCon nonetheless. All day Friday from the time it starts to the end, which means I guess I will once again be attending a rave. But I just want to make that one quick announcement. I will be attending Friday of DerpyCon. So if anyone out there in YouTube land is watching this and is attending DerpyCon, if you see me and want to come say hi and all that, you're more than welcome to. I will be making candy. I already have my special candy made, which I will be posting an Instagram picture of it later. So if any of you are attending DerpyCon want to come say hi to me and want some candy, just say hi and you shall get some. But I won't be having like any special cosplay made. It will be just me probably wearing my hat, which you've seen me wear before on my vlogs and YouTube videos, and me and my bear Kigu, which you have seen before, of course. So no special cosplay, just be rolling around in my bear Kigu. So if you come to see me, you can say hi, say whatever, and I will, yeah. But I just want to make that one quick announcement. That I will be attending DerpyCon. DerpyCon in the full length is held from the 5th through the 7th of December. I will leave a link down below to their website if any of you are considering, in a brief period of time you have left before it starts, are considering trying to go to one more con before the year ends. I will leave a link below if you want to check them out, and you know, if you decide to go, more props to you. But we'll be attending DerpyCon for Friday only, unfortunately, but I hope to see some of you there. And like I said, if you see me rolling around in my bear Kigu and hat and you want to come say hi, you're more than welcome to. I will be handing out candy, and my said special candy, which will be reserved for the first person that does come say hi to me. Like I said, I will post an Instagram picture of it up later, so be sure to check my Instagram. But nevertheless, and this probably went longer than I wanted it to. I just wanted to be a short announcement. But nevertheless, there you have it. DerpyCon, Friday only. See you there. See you guys. O4L. This is the end of my vlog. So, a peace, love, chicken grease, and I'll see you on my crew later.
Peace!
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.